Hey guys, just finished editing another video for you. This one was a little crazier than I've done before because I had literally 4 hours of footage, something like that. So I condensed it all to hopefully something that's watchable. You kind of know how my videos are at this point. A lot of them aren't the highest quality, but hopefully it's something that's watchable. Hopefully you enjoy it, and there'll be more to come. Spoiler, I didn't quite get it all done, unfortunately, but I think I got it wrapped up pretty okay in the end. But enjoy it, and thanks for watching. I'm prepping the lights and the wiring for fiberglass tomorrow. And I just wanted to show you guys what I'm doing. I really have been mulling this over for a while, that how am I going to work this? The fiberglass is going to get wrapped over this, and yeah, I can tuck these wires in, but then when I go to cut this out, if these wires are near the edge, I could easily nick that with a razor. And I've been trying to figure out the best way to protect these wires as I continue and have to cut that out. So what I decided to do is get my hole saw out, and this size fits perfectly right in here. It's really hard to do one-handed, but what I do is I squish this in here, so I push the wires further inside there, and then when I get my little roto zip tool and I plan on cutting the fiberglass out of this little ring, similar to how you would with cutting electrical boxes when you're installing drywall. So that's the plan, and right now I'm just going through sticking these little pucks in there and using the tape to cover that up. So you can see I've got them all done. This is the last one, but I thought I'd show you guys before I cover this up. And I did just quadruple check all of my wiring for the lights, and they all work, all the turn signals work, all the lights work, so hopefully that continues. No reason to think it shouldn't, but obviously once the fiberglass is on there, it is not going to be accessible. I'd have to do some surface mount wires or something, and it just wouldn't be good. So quadruple checked them, they're good. I'm going to put the puck in here and continue on. Hey guys, so today is the big day. And I have my parents here, and they're going to help me do all this stuff. My stepmom's going to be inside, and she's going to be giving us the resin to put on it. And my dad and I are going to be wrapping the thing with fiberglass, so we'll see how it goes. But I just have everything set up. These are the short pieces that are going to go in this little section here, in this little section here, and then up on top is pretty much how this one is going to sit. And it's going to come up a little bit higher. It's going to come to this line right there. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm going to set this camera up over on my car probably and see if I can get a little time-lapse video of this for everybody. But wish us luck. It's going to be fun. All right, we've got our first bucket. It's about 42 degrees, which is about the minimum we want to work with. And I guess it's time to start. So what I'm using now is going to be these stainless steel washers and these little self-tapping screws, and I'm going to wrap the fiberglass underneath the trailer, so they're going to screw right up into the frame, and that way it'll all be one piece and should make it a lot stronger. So the screws didn't work so well. It would hold up like a few inches at a time even with the fender washers. But really what I should have had ready was like a longer piece of wood or a piece of aluminum or something that would sandwich the fiberglass as it wrapped underneath. So what I did instead is just use some tape, painter's tape. So I rolled it over the edge and then painter's taped it up there. Later, I'll probably have to go back, add a few more screws or something, but so far holding. So hopefully it continues to hold. So we're at intermission. My wife just picked up some food for us, so we're gonna go inside and eat. But we have the whole rear there and this piece right here in. And I've got it wrapped around the bottom. Okay, that was a bit of a challenge, but I think that's coming out okay. And I think we did a really good job getting wrinkles, getting stuff out of the way. The wind was really challenging, so that was really difficult because it just kept blowing everything all over the place, and it kept blowing through this side, so we had to put that in there just to get the cloth in at the other side. And I need to do a little more resin on the bottom. That's looking pretty good. And I did notice one little air bubble on the other side I think I'll have to try to work on before I go inside. Yeah, I got a little air bubble right there. But so far, so good. That's like my slogan. So far, so good. I haven't burned anything down today. Going pretty well. We're working on the last little piece, not last piece, but one of the last pieces on the other side of the door. I just cut out the door, just like I did on this side. It's looking pretty good. I don't really see any wrinkles or air bubbles at all. The front part is going to be interesting. I'm not sure if we're even going to get to that today because they're calling for rain this afternoon, starting around 5, and right now it's probably around 2:30-ish. I'm probably going to have to let it just cure for a while because I want it to be semi-hard. Semi-hard, that's what she said. I'll have to delete that. I want it to be semi-cured so I can move it and actually back it in there without anything like cracking or getting crazy or anything. And then maybe tomorrow or another day I'll do the front, and I'll have more room in the garage to do the front. It's just the sides we're going to be really difficult. So that's where I'm at. Well, I say that was pretty much a success. I think it turned out really nice. I'll spin the camera around and show you guys. I still have to get the front done. Nothing's changed there. I'm pretty happy with the way it all has turned out so far. So I'll spin the camera around for you. I think we got this done just in time. The sky is not looking good. Forecast says it's going to rain any minute now. So here's the siding. Here's the fiberglass. We just put one last final layer on this roof, and hopefully that all smooths out, levels nicely. The edge down here was definitely a chore, but I hope I got it good enough and wrapped it around. I think it actually looks pretty good. It was really stressing me out because I wasn't sure how it was going to go. Everything looks straight. It looks good. Got a little overlap that I'll have to clean up. I'll cut that once it cures and trim off all that excess. And then I'll probably have to go back and add some screws because right now a lot of this down here is just held in place with tape. It was just really hard to get the screws to bite into the metal without ripping the fabric, and that's what kept happening. It would catch a line of the fiberglass cloth and just rip it and just pull a seam just like a sweater, and that was a real pain in the butt, so I couldn't really rip a lot of screws in there. And what I ended up doing is just taping it in place so it would hold its shape. I'll let it cure, and once it's hard, then I'll go back and add a bunch of screws. And I think that should work just fine. I'm really excited to get these doors in here, so as soon as that's cure, as soon as that's hard and ready that I can cut that opening, I am going to get those doors in there. I'm really excited about that. And then you can see what I did on the other side is just split it open and tape it to the side. All right, so that's it for now. I gotta shuffle some cars around so I can get this back inside the garage before it rains. What's up, guys? It's been about a little over 48 hours since this was all done, and I've just been busy. We've been hanging out. We did a bunch of wine tours and beer tours and did a lot of stuff, so I haven't really had a whole lot of time to be out here and play around. All the shell and everything was actually dry to the touch the next day, mid-morning. It was pretty dry. It's all done. It's all definitely cured at this point, and finish is pretty good. We put an extra layer on the top. You can still see a few spots where it didn't quite settle in, but this is like smooth like glass. And I'm not sure what I want to do quite yet, but if I wanted to put the time in, I could sand everything down and probably do another coat and just get it perfect, just like glass over the whole thing. I'm not sure exactly how to finish it quite yet. The sides are a little rough, you can hear it, so it's just the weave coming through, but it's all very strong. It's much better than I anticipated. I was really worried about the whole thing. I wasn't sure how it was all going to come out, but I mean, that is solid. It's really nice, and I'll see if I can give it a shake. I'm shaking it. The whole thing is moving. This is not flexing. It really feels nice. So I'm really happy with the way it came out, and I did measure all of these little holes that I cut out because I didn't realize how translucent it was going to be. I thought it would be more of a yellow color and I wouldn't be able to see through it, kind of like over there, all that stuff. Like, that's a lot more yellow, can't quite see through it. All of this is very clear. Obviously I have to cut out this section where the charging port is, and I did cut out the openings for the doors. Unfortunately, I totally screwed up, and this radius here isn't good. There's like a 1/2 inch gap pretty much in all the corners, so unfortunately I have to address that and try to solve that problem, which really sucks because I thought I had the doors all set and I thought I could just bolt them right in. As you can tell, I still need to do the front, but yeah, I mean, I'm really happy with it. It looks good so far. I do have another video I'm going to hopefully release soon, and I'm just not sure what to do with this whole area up here. So if you have any pointers, let me know what you think. I do need to have access to this, so it does lift up. Watch that video. You'll probably see that one before you see this one because it's going to take me a little while to edit this and put this all together. And of course, I still have to finish it. So I really want to have a finished product before the whole video gets released. All right, that's it for this clip. Well, unfortunately, it's another failure that I have here. And in the interest of documenting everything, I need to share this with you as well. So my corners were not perfect. I guess when I used this frame right there, and I used that when I created these openings for the doors many months ago, and I can't remember exactly the gap that I left. I'm used to building houses, and I usually would leave a 1/2 inch gap around any door opening when you're mounting a normal door in a house. And I think I probably did around a 1/4 inch, and it was too much. So whatever it was too much. I don't know if I said in the videos previously when I cut that opening, but either way, it was too much. So I'm looking at it now, seeing how I can correct this, and this is one of the issues here. Between this point and this point, there is a pretty good gap that would definitely leak. And then over on this side, I have a gap from here pretty much all the way down to this point. So that's the worst one. Then at the bottom, down here, there was nothing. That was actually pretty tight. And then there's a little gap right here. The other door isn't quite as bad, but either way, they are both going to leak for sure if I try to install the door like it is. So what I'm looking at maybe doing is, these are the panels that I cut out. I'm thinking about taking the edge, finding this exact radius, and just just cutting out a little chunk that I can glue in place. That's one idea I have so far. So I've got a few things I'm looking at, but just be careful if you're doing this, because I mean, I triple checked and I thought I was going to be good. I was so excited to bolt these doors up and just get this done, and unfortunately it's not going to happen. So be aware, be careful, and I'm going to keep tinkering with this and see what I can do and how I can fix this. So I cut these little slivers. Thankfully, I still had the door sections that I cut out, so I just cut the corners off of the doors and used those to fill in these little sections. And what I'm going to do next is fiberglass over this and then sand down as I test fit the door. So that's what I've been doing for the last couple hours. It's been really tedious. Measure 4 times, cut once. It's been a huge pain in the butt. So if you're going to do this, don't screw up like I did, because it'll waste a lot of time. Yes, that's what I'm working on right now. I have them glued up in place, so hopefully 24 hours from now I can come back out here and fiberglass them. That's where I'm at. Hopefully this all works and the doors fit better. I made some pretty good progress today. I have the outside light on both sides installed and working. This one's off, but it is connected and working. Both door openings are fit really tight, really nice. So all I have to do is install the door. God, man, it really bugs me that I screwed that up. Hopefully tomorrow, or maybe the next couple days, if I can just get somebody to help me, hopefully the wife, we'll see, hold the door on the outside, hold it in, and then I can screw it in. But before that, I still need to finish the fiberglassing too. So what I just did just now is I sanded all the way around this whole band that goes right across the whole trailer. And that's going to enable me to finish the front portion right here. And then as I'm doing that, I'm also going to use some epoxy resin and a little bit of fiberglass to work on these corners right here, just because I want to strengthen those corners up. Oh, man, really stupid. It really drives me crazy that I had to do so much work just to build these corners out a little bit. I really thought I had it. That's actually probably the thickest one. And then over here you can see how it's just so close. That's literally a 1/4 inch. It's really not much at all. And then it just slightly tapers all the way down. This bottom corner was fine. This corner needed a little bit. So just be really careful. So yeah, that's where I'm at for now. I'm going to call it quits. And I will pick up this video and continue on as I move forward with the rest of the fiberglass. Hey guys, well, I finally got the doors in. It was such a challenge, and as I said many times in my videos, that I just felt so frustrated that I screwed up and had to waste like days, literally days, on getting the corners filled in. But thankfully, it's all wrapped. At least the back part of it's all wrapped right now. I'm test fitting the Air Max up there now. But here it is. I mean, the door is in. It works really well. Oh, geez, hit the table saw. But it works really good. You just slam it, it closes. It's tight. I did silicone around all of the edges as I put it in there, and my wife helped me sandwich it in place. She just held the outside as I screwed in, and it went in really well. So I'm so happy that it's finally in here. The whole camper so far has been really good. The fiberglass feels nice. There's still a lot more to come, unfortunately. At least I got the doors in, but I still have to wrap the front and finish all that stuff and finish editing that video. And yeah, it's slowing down, but there's still just a lot of things going on. So I'm going to have to wrap this up for now. I really want to thank you guys all for subscribing and watching my mess happen and all the crap I've been going through. There's a lot of times I just feel dumb for screwing things up and just not doing things perfectly. All of this is just trial and error, and I'm not following any manual, just like I'm sure a lot of you guys aren't, that you're building these little projects too. And just keep with it. It can get frustrating, I know, but it's getting there, and I'm really hoping that I can have a finished product that looks nice that I can show off shortly. But thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and you'll get to see how this all gets wrapped up. But thanks. See you guys.